What's up, y'all? How you doing? I know I put a video out the last couple of days, but I'm getting ready to start my day, and my spirit is telling me to put this out to someone right now. Someone right now, you are very frustrated. You've got a good heart. Actually, you're very, very intelligent, but you're misunderstood. And it seems like the more effort you put out trying to validate who you are, you get you don't get it back what you put out, and it's kicking your butt, and you don't understand why. And you're at the point right now that you just want to give up on yourself, and you're like, well, what's the point? You're feeling like you're not being heard, like no one gets you. And the funny thing about it, figuratively, is you've always known this. So you've more or less, you have this position in your spirit that it is by nature to always put everyone first. But there's a void within you. There's a void within you that is so barren. It's like a desert within your spirit, and all you want to do is fill it up with love. You want to have like a waterfall or a dam just bust into your spirit, into that vessel, to fill that void. And what happens is you make choices that are not in your best interest, even though you know this. Why are you doing that? Why? You know what you're feeling? You're feeling your spirit asking you to make a choice. You're actually in the midst of your authentication process. You know how it is, real recognizes real. And who cannot be the best at you but you? So it's forcing you to make decisions and choices that you find very uncomfortable because you're afraid. You're at a point where you can't go to anyone because they don't get you. They can't get you because they're not where they need to be. They have a crabs in a barrel mentality. So anytime that you try to do anything that will benefit you purely, they talk you out of it. There's someone right now that's thinking about, well, I'm ready to go back to school and I just need some direction and some forethought, so why not I go to my family to get some advice? But the reality is you can't really go to them because the advice that they give you is not supportive, and it hurts. Listen. Go up there. He watches. He knows. He knows everything you're going to do before you took your first breath. He laid your legacy. And here's the frustrating part for you. Oh, really, the ironic part. You do not see the inner beauty that others see. You do not realize how precious you are, not only as an emotional person, but you're gorgeous. Yeah, I got your attention now, don't I? You're a very beautiful being. But that vessel, your spirit, is tired. Your inner child is saying, why won't you listen to me? Why do you keep going from the left when you know you need to go to the right? Or better yet, you may choose not to hear your voice and you take a role of settling or settlement, or better yet, going with the flow. My question to you is, why are you in that stream? Why? What are you afraid of? What are you running from? Why are you running from yourself? Somebody right now, watch this. How are you going to be able to obtain those pictures in the magazines that you look at on a regular and inspire to yourself? You know what? I want this type of kitchen with this kind of paint, and I want this kind of furniture. Yeah, I got your attention there. Now, the Spirit is telling me to tell you this. You got to put the work in. Don't worry about your outside environment. When you get yourself right with you, fall back in love with you. Get that relationship in check. There's only one way to do it, and that is to trust your higher power. My higher power is my Lord Jesus Christ. But as you already know, He is omnipresent and He is one of many names. So if you claim Him in your religious faith and He is guiding you, hey, if you were to break it down generically, what is being called for you is to live right and not settle. Don't worry about what the other people are doing. That is nothing but a distraction. Don't worry about the people that, because they are sometime, yeah, I got somebody right now. You're tired of that person playing merry-go-round with your emotions. One minute they say one thing and then the other, but they do the opposite. Why? Because they don't know who they are. So they're acting like the flavor of the month. You got to remember something, people. My family. Shouldn't you be gravitating towards like-minded folk? Like-minded people? This is something that you're not going to see. You're not going to see a person that is in a position to better himself, to get business tips or life strategies with someone who is not. That's like someone that has found their purpose but taking advice from someone who chooses to be reckless. Why would you do that? You have nothing in common. It should be in reverse. It does not mean that you're embracing your ego and your pride. It should be that, if anything, you're gravitating towards your spirit and you're living a selfless purpose. That means you are cultivating who you are. No one can do that or walk that life but the person that you are. Why won't you do it? What you afraid of? Some of you right now is pissed off like hell because you just had a flashback of something that was going on in your childhood. Listen here. Trauma happens all the time, yes. And I'm not trying to water that down because you had to go through that. But listen, for every pain, for every fear that you are embracing, your blessing is actually on the other side. There is a lesson in the midst of that, and that's why you went through it. It did not kill you. It prepared you. It made you aware. If you look, this is what you do. Go to find one of those mirrors that you got in your place, because I know you got a bunch of them, especially you, my queens. I know you got about 6 of them. Look at yourself seriously and say to yourself, I don't deserve to have the life I need because of. But look at yourself when you do it. I guarantee you, you won't be able to do that. Why would you disrespect yourself knowingly? Why would you do it? But see, your society, your environment has convinced you not to see your worth. And if you can't see your worth, how can you understand and identify your purpose? Stop worrying what's outside your door. Protect what is inside it. Because the things that are inside your door are intended to be there. So with your spirituality, how you govern it, it is very important that you foster that intimate relationship and connection. My relationship with my higher power is not like yours, but we have a common duality. We have a like-mindedness. But your relationship is very intimate, just like your body, just like your mind, just like your experiences. Those are yours. But we have free will to express, comprehend, and share them with those who we decide that are our extensions. So, as I said, I'm getting ready to start my day. I know somebody had a hard time last night. Somebody didn't get that phone call. That phone call didn't turn out the way that you wanted. Let me tell you something. I had to learn this one. See, if you are seeking a certain outcome and you are not in control of it, you cannot have your hands in the mix and ask for your higher power to take control of it. And if you are trying to straddle that fence, you know what happens? You don't get the outcome that is needed. You get actually delay. Because what you're doing is saying, I don't have faith in you. Which is really a control issue. I said it before. I'm speaking on it because I done been here. Don't y'all realize the people that have controlling behavior have no control over their lives? And they'll give you every excuse under the sun, but what is needed to better themselves. That is why change is always done behind closed doors. It is the effect that is released through the extension. That's where the gauge is. A person will never change before you. How can they? They don't know who they are. They're just putting on a mask or a band-aid to get through the next experience. Do not do yourself an injustice. Do not do that. My queens, you know you're beautiful, right? Each and every one of you. Respect yourself. Stop worrying about looking for acceptance from what the next woman is doing. Unless you know something through osmosis, through her mindset, you don't know what she's going through. And who's to say that she's just as lost, or may not, or even worse? Stop leaning on other people for your direction. You define your direction. And this is how you know. Your validation will come through your actions. And your environment will do one of two things. Either it will embrace it or it will shun it. Don't you think you're worth it? I mean, really, we're not going to call each other hypocrites or nothing, but think about it like this. My queens, isn't that what you want your kings to do? To be consistent? So why can't you do the same? You can't do it any other way, alright? Well, I gotta roll. I got a phone call and I gotta make my money. As always, put God first in everything you do. He's praying for you. You know I am. Oh, and by all means, for you, if you need advice, feel free to inbox me. Drop me a line here. I'm on Google+. I would love to reach out to each and every one of you. But, as always, you guys are precious, man. You stay blessed. And let God direct your life. And when you do, watch what He reveals. Watch what He shows you. Watch what He shows you. He's praying for you. You know I am. Stay blessed, y'all. Peace.